with the type of music that I play, I don't buy the term that you're retiring. There's no retirement. Retirement, even when you're dead. If you wrote music that resonates with people, a producer must be able to create and to foresee your codes. Maybe when you come in with a tune, maybe you're not a good writer. A producer must be able to understand the elements of music creation. But a producer is just somebody who's just coming there because you can take a fruity loop, and put it together. You go take a sample. Hold me steady. Yeah, I'm a producer. It's not like that, man. My life is not a duplicate. Your life is not a duplicate. Unless you want to make it boring and rotate on the same spot. In life, we got sunset. We got sunrise and we got sunset. Every day is a different day. But there's sunrise and sunset. So it's upon you to know what you want to do with your life. So for me, my philosophy is my story or my music has to be to tell my story and also to stay fresh. To stay fresh is when you are more creative in your stuff. You cannot retire, especially in music. When people tell you that retiring, I don't buy that. With the type of music that I play, I don't buy the term that you're retiring. There's no retirement. Retirement, even when you're dead. If you wrote music that resonates with people, then your story is still there. Look at Bob Marley music, because humankind, as I say every time, humankind doesn't change. Because humans are always gonna be humans. And if they're nasty, they're gonna be nasty. If they're good, they're gonna be good. But the bottom line, or the end of the story, or not the end, is to make sure, like, is to get everybody to how can I put it? Is good over evil. Is to push good over evil. That way, we're going to live in this world as a happy people. But I know the polarities of positive and negativity is still going to be there. But we want to overwhelm negativity because it's possible. Not you looking at me as a lower class person, or looking at me as an inferior race, or you looking at yourself as a superior race. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That's why we have all these things happening. So, repeating again, going back to my philosophy. My philosophy is sharing what I got through the arts, because arts never die. And to make some change, even if it's 1%, at least I'm going to have contributed something in this world towards humanity, because I'm a guy who believes in positive vibration. If you have low ball vibrations or low vibration, negative vibration, then we can't relate. Yeah. I listen to myself first. It's not being selfish. I listen to myself first. I listen to what I've done better. I listen to what I've put up.
Mukanga basyanje sibara tango nebo umundu yera mundu mahachendanga buchwa umundu amikango mundu mahachendanga buchwa bakukula
products that I've done in the studio. I can put in maybe some Manu Dibango. I can put in, if I want to listen to reggae, I put in somebody called Vaughn Benjamin. Hey, go listen to this guy. Vaughn Benjamin, the late Vaughn Benjamin. This guy died at 50. He died early. Or if you can, go listen to Akai Beka. Akai Beka is a biblical word that means strong foundation, unshakable. Akai Beka or Midnight Band, because it's the same person. Go listen to these guys. If I want to listen to some jazz, I'll throw in some Manu Dibango, Makosa, listen to that, or Huma Sekela. If I want to listen to some strong female, I'll put in some Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba, for those Gen Zs or those who want to get into the social justice, because I say it again, the positive and negative vibes are always going to be there. Evil and good is going to be there, but we have to make sure we overwhelm evil with good. Go listen to Miriam Makeba, you know, and then, you know, yeah. And when I'm chilling, I can put in some other local vibes, you know. Some of my my mentees, you know, I can put in some of my artists, put in a little bit of a Chienguyo, Muku, because I produced that. I produced that album. I put in Kimani. I like Kimani. Yawezekana strong, but you know, some things happen, and you know, but I don't need to say that. But I can put in a local vibes. I can go to traditional. I can go search and listen to some South African music. I'm a piano. Is wicked. Piano is percussion music. Piano is wickedly good, because it has the roots. You see, that's what I say about cultural linked projects. Piano is a good thing. Yeah, and that's it. I can put in some nice gospel. I listen to some gospel. So when I want to listen to some gospel, I listen to Christina. Her name is Christina Shusho. She's half Tanzanian, half Congolese. Her poetry and her writing is really nice. When she sings, and also the voice is soulful. You know, you can feel the vibe directly. So there's many aspects that I listen to. So somebody might look at me and they think I don't listen. I listen to hip hop. I like old school, KRS-One. I listen to some Nas, but I listen to some Dead Praise. There's all the old school guys, man. I'm an old school, so I'm a little bit of Tupac, you know, a little bit of, you know, yeah, I listen to old school a lot, because the new school of hip hop, I don't know where it's headed to, but I'm not a big fan of it a lot. But I listen to a lot of old school hip hop. You know, I like my man Go-Go Music, Devin from DC. This is a sound from Washington DC. Go-Go has a wicked foundation. It has a lot of Africanism in there. I listen to Devin. We got Grammy nominated with him. I listen to DJ Willie Wow. He reminds me of that old school kind of hip hop, you know, and he's got a lot of substance in his music. Yeah, so my taste is vast. Yeah, bro. I just want people, whenever we are gone with the music that we play, I just want people to play what is their own, because that's how you're going to be relevant into many places. Because these days, the world has become a global village. So stick to your roots, you know. I just want, I want to make sure like our music is archived and people can come and research music from where we're from. Somewhere here, Jabali Afrika. Jabali Afrika, we are right somewhere here. Let me show you. Yeah. Again, I repeat, the biggest festival ever to come out of Africa. This one here, Kenya's African Heritage Festival. This happened in 1995. 1995. Here's Jabali Afrika. Look, here I am. There's Justo Asikoye. There's Robert Owino. There's Jose Asikoye, that's my brother. Alan Donovan. And who else? There's Steve Wafula. There's Evans Jumba somewhere here. Where's Evans? There's Evans. Who else? This is Evans. Where's Peter Mtua? Peter is somewhere. Peter was somewhere here. Here, man. Here they are. So I just want to leave a legacy that is that way, that is going to evolve into a stronger foundation. Build people to build upon it. When we play our own, then we're headed somewhere. The future generation to build upon the foundation that we're gonna leave. They can build upon that. When somebody asks them, where did you come from with this? They're gonna tell them Jabali Afrika or Juice, you know. The producer is, number one, he brings his soul to the table. A producer brings his skills to the table. A producer must be a musician. There's no shortcut. There's no way. How are you going to know a song and off? A producer must be able to create and to foresee your chords. Maybe when you come in with a tune, maybe you're not a good writer. A producer must be able to understand the elements of music creation. A producer must be able to see through you. You understand me? A producer must be able to know how to play an instrument, at least one. A producer must be able to identify off keys and must be able to do arrangements. You understand? So a producer might be able to do that, and he doesn't have to do like all the instruments, but he can curate a tune and bring in maybe a bass, maybe a need. It's not only the money. Executive producers, they're the ones who bring the money. But a producer that is behind the console must be able to understand his control system, his cockpit. It's just like a plane. A pilot must be able to understand each and every control of the plane. Otherwise, you're going to kill people. So if you go to a producer that does not understand even the preamps, the equipment, the microphones, the frequencies, you should be able to understand these things to bring together. It's like a buffet. A buffet has all these things. You don't have to cook everything, or you don't have to eat everything from the buffet table. Everything is yummy, but select a couple that can make you get satisfied with what you're putting or what you want to eat. So a producer must be able to do that, must be able to create a sound. That is a producer. Compose the music. That is a producer. But a producer is just somebody who's just coming there because you can take a Fruity Loop, and put it together. You go take a sample. Oh, me study. Yeah, I'm a producer. It's not like that, man. It's not a walk in the park, bro. This is not fast food. Coming there, you're rhyming on top of that, and it's somebody's sample. Don't give me that crap. A producer should be able to create his own tracks, or her own tracks. Be able to make sure like the harmonies are getting into place. That is what is called a producer. Executive producer is the one that brings in the dollar. You hear me? So that is the purpose. That is the work of a producer. Bring in some, you put it together. You put it together. I told you about the master classic album that I like, Graceland, Mambazo. There was Ray Piri that worked with Paul Simon. There was Hima Sekela was behind it too. He was part of that, Miriam Makiba, all these things. So a producer must be able to understand how to blend in sounds, frequencies, microphones, equipment, levels, not just have a software there and then you pick 2 beats and that's it. A producer must be able to envision what he's producing to be played live somewhere. Now those are deeper producers that understand music, that enjoy music. They see things deeper, that will beyond. The most amazing, the best part of being a producer is when the project has manifested. You understand? When the project has come together, that's the beauty of a producer. He feels like everything is evolving into a house. The foundation that he started digging is evolving into a house. It's coming up into a finished product. You understand me? So the producer, that's the most happy place. That man, when he's doing like mixing or pre-mixing, is like, man, this thing is coming together. You know? The worst part of a producer is when he keeps on repeating the same thing over and over and over, not because of his fault, but because the artist that he brought in is not getting it. It kills the vibe when you keep on doing the same thing. Even food, you cannot just eat same type of food over and over and over. It's going to tend to become boring. So when a producer wants to be happy is when he comes to the studio and 1 take, 2 takes, that's it. When you bring in professionals, that's what I'm saying. Because producers know, they choose a certain person or a certain instrumentalist. They are called virtuosos. Virtuosos. So they can guide even somebody who hasn't been in music for a long time, but a producer can curate something that's going to bring out the full potential of that artist. You feel me? It's going to bring out the full potential of that artist. And you find like, wow, it's going to even motivate that particular artist the producer is working with. Yeah, so in conclusion, music is the food for the soul. Music is the storyline of our lives. Music is a vessel of everything, every message, be it a funeral, it's our story. So for those hustlers and those people who are streaming, there's stream companies and all that, don't think we are not seeing this stuff. Make sure you pay the musicians what their worth is. Make sure you're not exploiting musicians, because even if you're looking at the business aspect, you got to understand the talent builds those streams. Without the musicians, there's no streams. So if your work is to steal from musicians, you need to stop. Even those live music bookers. If you think you're going to come here and steal from the musicians, you need to stop. Otherwise, Jaja is going to strike you with thunder. Big up, bless up, I'm out.